In this tutorial, you will learn how to calculate a Pearson correlation coefficient by hand. Our question states, a person's height and arm span are expected to be related through a linear relationship. Compute the correlation coefficient for the relationship between a person's height and arm span. Here, we're given 5 heights along with their corresponding arm spans in inches. We were also given the mean and standard deviation of each variable. The equation for a Pearson correlation is R, that's the correlation, equals the sum of Zx times Zy over n minus 1, where Zx is calculated by taking each value for x, subtracting the mean of x, and dividing by the standard deviation of x. Zy is calculated by taking each y value, subtracting the mean of y, and dividing by the standard deviation of y. So first, we will have to calculate the z-scores for each of our values. For our first calculation, we will take our value of 71, subtract from it the mean, 67.2, and divide by the standard deviation, 4.32. This gives us a value of 0.88. For our first z-score for y, we will take our arm span of 73 inches, subtract the mean of 68, and divide by 4.30, the standard deviation of y. Here we get 1.16. Then we will continue this process for each z-score for x and for y. Once we have finished calculating the z-scores for both x and y, we must multiply these values together for each row. So we will multiply our 0.88 by our 1.16 for the first. Multiplying these two values together, we get 1.02. Then we will continue this process for the rest of the rows. The next one will be negative 1.20 times negative 1.16. After we have multiplied all of our zx times zy's, then we must sum these values together. So we'll take 1.02 plus 1.39 plus 0.52 plus 0.69 plus negative 0.02. The sum of our zx times zy's will be 3.6. Finally, we need to divide this value by n minus 1. Here, n is the number of rows in our data, which is 5. So 5 minus 1, which gives us a value of 0.9 for our correlation.